Good evening. Welcome to my next little video. This is pretty much off the cuff video I decided I was going to do today just to keep it going. The title today is my top 10 tips to aid recovery after a prostatectomy. It's Sunday the 11th of June 2023. I'm from Norwich in the UK. It's been a hot day out there today. It's been 29 degrees, which is 84 Fahrenheit. So what I'm going to do today is just going to try and give you 10 tips to aid the recovery for those people who have just had a prostatectomy or leading up to a prostatectomy. This is based on my journey, and I'm not medically professional or a doctor. This is just my tips and tricks, what I thought I'd try and share to help any person out there who's just had the operation and looking for some information after their surgery. Again, my name's Neil Davison. I was diagnosed in December of having prostate cancer, and I had the prostatectomy on the 3rd of April this year, and now we are 2 months after the operation and I've had the all clear. The PSA 6-week blood test has come back less than 0.01 undetected. So far, so good. So I'm going to give 10 points in no particular order. Number 10. In the UK, we're given all literature before we have the operation. It's very, very, very crucial that you keep that nearby to hand after the operation. It has all important telephone numbers in that you might need. It's very handy just to have it in a folder next to you. I was unfortunate to have a blocked catheter while I was at home, and I needed the nurses at the hospital's number and also the district nurse to make her aware as well. So just put it in a folder, keep it by your bed or your chair, just so at hand, so if you need it you know exactly where it is. You don't want to go hunting around, but you're given the information beforehand just to keep with you. Number 9, what I done was I also bought enough medication to have at home for after the operation. You are given all painkillers, but sometimes them painkillers don't agree with you. I think just your normal paracetamol or the next one ups should be enough, but make sure you have enough. You don't really want to be asking people to go out to the chemists to get you some after the operation. So just buy some beforehand, and you should be, you don't need too much, but just have some at hand. And just have a couple of boxes of paracetamol, and that should see you through. Number 8, by all means, no heavy lifting. Again, in the UK, we are told you shouldn't lift anything over 10 kilograms. It's there for a reason. You've got a high chance of getting hernias, and you're not recovering. You've had a major operation, and the last thing you want to do is stretching and lifting and just not allowing the internal parts to heal. So no heavy lifting. Number 7, you need to look after your diet afterwards, especially that first week. You probably won't have a bowel movement for probably 3 or 4 days. So you really do need a high fiber diet and a liquid diet. Things like fruits, vegetables, and make sure you've got enough soups in, and just liquidy stuff, rice puddings and all that. The last thing you want to do is to have sort of constipation and really you just want to let it come out naturally. So don't eat sort of bulky foods, don't have sort of mixed grills and sort of the meats and all that, just for the first week. And after 3 or 4 days you will pass. The hospital gave us some laxatives which I didn't personally take, but mine came on the Friday and I had the operation on the Monday. Number 6, You do need to look after your catheter. There's a lot of bacteria in and around this catheter. We in the UK have to have it for 14 days, and I know that in the US it's probably a 7-day. But just basic hygiene. Just make sure when you go to the toilet you just wash the end of the catheter where it enters the penis, and just keep your hygiene as high as you can. I'm 2 months after my operation, and I'm now one of my wounds where the drain was coming out. I am on antibiotics for that. The bacteria which was found, one of the reasons it could have been is entered with the catheter, because there's so much bacteria coming backwards and forwards, and it stayed in the body for 6 to 8 weeks. So I'm on antibiotics for another week just to clear the wound up. But hygiene of the catheter is a big one. Number 5, you need to get up and walk as soon as you can. In the hospital they do encourage you to walk around the ward a few times, and just to get the bowel movements going, and also it also improves the blood circulation, and it just helps prevent clot formation. When I got back, I decided, the weather was good here, I decided to go for walks outside, and your body will tell you what is enough and what's not enough. I went for about 1.5 miles to 2 miles walk a day, and that was enough for me. The catheter is quite a pain when you are walking, because it just yanks all the time. But just encourage you to walk little bit by little bit by little bit. Again, your body will tell you when enough is enough, and but just keep walking. Just keep walking. It just helps the bowels, and it just helps the circulation of the blood. Number 4, talking. Such a major thing. For me, before I had the operation, I spoke to a lot of people about what was going on. I wasn't scared. I just thought my problem is a shared problem, and it got a lot off my chest, and a lot of people helped me as well. Not one person walked away when I was talking about the prostatectomy and the prostate cancer. But just make sure you talk to your family about it. Don't be scared about it. It's nothing to be scared about. Make sure you talk to the neighbours, just in case you need some help from them after the surgery. Maybe you need something from the chemist, or some prescription picked up from the local GP. So just to tell them, talk to them. Don't be scared about it. There's nothing to be scared about. I know a lot of men in the UK are in denial and don't want people to know, and just don't want to talk about it. But just don't. Just talk to your family, your wife, your children, your next door neighbours, because sometimes you do need their help. And talking is very good. It really is a good part of mental health. It's just get it out. Number 3, rest. Your body needs rest, and believe me, you just had major surgery. And your body inside just needs time to knit in and recover and just heal. And if you're one of these, I'm 52 years old, which is relatively young when it comes to the surgery, and the nurse said to me, Neil, just calm down. The problem of your age, you want to be up and doing this and doing that. You've just had major surgery, so just don't. You need to exercise, as in do your walking, but you do need to rest and rest and rest. Your body needs that time just to knit things together to heal. And if you don't, your recovery will be a lot worse. I'd done the walking in the morning, come back for lunch, and in the afternoon I did, put my feet up as such. And so your body tells you what is enough. So just take the rest, just take that time out, have the rest. I took 4 weeks off work, and I needed 4 weeks, to be honest. The first 2 weeks was the catheter, and the second 2 weeks was just living without the catheter and just doing that little bit. But rest as much as you can. Just take that time off. You have deserved it, and you're no hero, so just take the time. Number two, I've put down as you need to really look after the catheter. I had 2 times a catheter blockage, and that was down to not drinking enough. The nurses told me off, and I don't drink a huge amount, but it was my worst thing I could have done. Your bladder is getting rid of sludge, it's getting rid of wounds, blood, it's getting rid of the wounds. You really do need to drink more water as you can. They say you're meant to drink 2 litres of water a day, and you need to keep flushing through. You really do this. It's so important. Believe me, you don't want the catheter taken out and reinserted like me. That is one of the biggest things. Just keep drinking. You know, you've got your catheter there for 2 weeks. Just keep drinking and drinking and drinking. You can't drink enough. As soon as you stop drinking, so blood clots will come down the little Foley catheter, and it will just block up, and you're going to cause a big problem. And I had it twice, and believe me, it's not nice. It really isn't. Back in the hospital, they had to back flush with a syringe back into the bladder, and it's not nice. And it's just being told, I was told off loads of time for not drinking enough, and they know that because of the colour of your urine. A dark yellow, orangey colour is not what you want. So just keep drinking the water. It's not just water. You can have your teas, as long as it's your fruit juices, but no alcohol. You're not allowed alcohol really, because you are going to cause UTIs. You are going to have problems with that. You just keep to the fluids with the clear fluids. Say teas are okay. Ice creams, they're still a fluid, but water, just keep drinking water. Water might be boring, but I tell you now, it's the my number 2 trick for people to do. The last one, which I've got on number 1, you really try and need to stay as positive as you can. It's such a big thing. The mental health side of this disease is really major. You need to keep yourself as positive as you can. For me, I stayed positive because I thought I caught it early, which I did, and it hadn't spread. So I always had that in the back of the mind. I kept positive. I tried to keep as upbeat as I could. But with everybody, there was so much treatments out there for most people now. As long as you can try and catch it in the early stages, it isn't just about a prostatectomy. There are other different treatments. You've got radiations and brachytherapies and different things like that, and hormone therapy injections. So technology has come on so much in the last decade. I say I'm lucky, touch wood. So I've got a 6-month now wait for another blood test, which is absolutely fantastic. But again, any wife, any partner, any neighbour, any person out there who's got a family or a friend who they know is going and had been diagnosed through this, please be there for them. Really does mean a lot for them, and that they deserve it. So try and keep us positive. I know it's hard. I know a lot of people say you must keep positive, and believe me, it's not as easy as people say. But you have to try and keep up there. So that's my top 10. Again, if you like what I'm doing, I want to carry this on. So I thought the journey had come to the end, but I've now got 512 subscribers, which is absolutely fantastic for me. And the video I done a couple of weeks ago has now got 46,000 views, which I'm only a small-time YouTuber. To have that amount of views is just overwhelming for me. If you've been watching my videos, you know how crazy it is. So I'm halfway there to get the 1,000, and it's coming on well. I'm gonna keep doing it. So I've got a few things I planned for the next few weeks, so hopefully we can do them. So if you like what I'm doing, please take the time to subscribe. It doesn't cost nothing, and hit the bell for any notifications when I do upload videos. So again, thanks for watching. I hope I haven't bored anybody, but I think sometimes there's just nothing out there when you're going through this journey. There's nothing out there on YouTube or whatever to try and bring it all together. I'm a genuine person. I've been there, got the t-shirt. So I'm just trying to help any person out there who's now got this, going through this. Any one of them 10 hints I gave, if that can help any person, then I'm more than happy for that. So thanks again. I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.